Okay, I just got done watching a little movie called Samadhi, movie part 1, 2017. It's on my liked videos and my playlists. My one subscriber gave me the link to the video, and I just watched the video, the whole thing. I might watch part 2 in a little bit. But what I got from this video is so many of us are holding on to this image of ourselves. We think that we have to be a certain way for people. We think that we have to prove something to other people. We think that we have to act a certain way with this group and then act a different way with this group. And then when we come amongst these people, we have to act a certain way. And this is all a part of the letting go that I speak about, and a lot of that film documentary is speaking about. It's basically saying, hey, look, this is how things really are. And are you willing to admit that that's how things really are? Even though sometimes things may not be the way that we want them to be, but this is how things are sometimes. And then when we go against the grain and we try to make something be something else rather than what it is, we're not just letting things be the way that they are. Like, there's a lot of people, they won't speak up about this, but I know that a lot of people think these things. All over these social outlets, there's so many artists and musicians and people that are involved with the arts they're putting on this image for people. The millions of people that follow them, or the hundreds of thousands, or so many people that follow them. They have to live up to this image because they're so scared that if they go outside of that image, if they if they let their true selves be seen and they don't show their ego or pride, they think that they're going to miss out on something and people are going to judge them, which people will do. People will judge you and I when you just do what it is that you do. No matter what, people will judge you. People will judge me because they may not like my beard. They may not like my crooked teeth. They may not like my brown eyes or my old Pizza Hut hat where I used to work. They may not like my skin color. They may not like the tone of my voice. There's so many things that we don't like about people. And that's okay that we don't like certain things about people. That doesn't mean that we have to hate each other and destroy each other and want to kill each other and do all this crazy stuff that goes on in the world. It's all because of our egos and our pride and our sense of we think that we are something special. That's where it stems from. And there's a lot of other things, that are intertwined with these things, and me, I'm not scared to show you who I really am. I don't put on an image. I don't have an image. I am a male. I am who I am. I was born to be who I was born to be. I didn't choose this. It chose me. Life chose me to be what I am. I didn't choose it. I don't really think that. I think that we can choose certain things, but I think certain things choose us. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. Even though I am a musician and a writer and I do these videos and stuff, that doesn't mean that I don't have some problem in my life too. A lot of these musicians and artists and writers and scientists and people of the world, they may have a lot of knowledge and they may seem like there's so much of something, but behind closed doors, these men and women are depressed, they're suicidal, they go kind of crazy and lose their minds. And I can't lie, I even I don't know the right word to use, but when my brother died, I had a nervous breakdown. I had a couple nervous breakdowns. And even though they were horrible at that time, I'm glad that I had them, as crazy as that sounds. And I had hepatitis C for 16 years since 2004, and I just got rid of it a couple months ago. And I am glad that I had it because it taught me so many things. It made me see a lot of things. Even though it sucked when I was suffering, yes, it sucked, but it taught me something. So see, this is the constant irony and the constant contradiction that we live with, but yet we will not admit this to be. We won't say that this is what's really happening and what's really going on. And I can give a flying fuck about an image. I don't want an image. That's why I named myself the somebody but nobody lifestyle. Because I know that I'm a human being. I know that I am a person just like you. And I have things that I like and things that I don't like, just like the rest of us. And then I say, I'm really nobody. I'm just another person. See, I don't see that as a label, really. I see that as the contradiction of life. I see that as everything in existence. That's how I see it. I don't know how others reflect upon it, but that's how I see it. But today I just think there's so many of us. We are so caught up in this image of ourselves that we have to look a certain way. We have to put on this facade for these people. I have to wear this mask, just for a little bit around my family or my friends. Then when I go home, the freaks come out at night kind of thing. Oh, well, I'm not around them, so now I can be myself. And I think this is really ridiculous. I don't ever want to not be myself. I want to be me all the time. I don't want to have to put on or wear a mask. And I don't put on or wear a mask. Even though I think that I am sometimes, I'm not trying to. And I'm not trying, period. It's like I have this mentality where, we all play this taking sides game. Like I have to be over here with this group or I have to be over here with that group. What I'm going for every day, I want to wipe the slate clean and I want to say, you know what? I'm just doing what it is that I do. I want to be that equilibrium. I want to be right here. I want to be centered and not think about what I'm doing. I just want to do it. If I feel like writing, then I'm going to write. If I feel like doing a video like this, then I'm going to do a video like this. If you have something on your mind that you need to express or let out, then let it out and express it. What is the big deal? What is this image that we're holding on to? Why are we putting on these facades and these masks every day for people? Why? Why are we doing this? Our lives are so short, but yet we're so worried about what the world thinks and what the world is going to say. And that's all that is our ego. It's our ego and our pride telling ourselves this shit. That's all it is. And I go through it all the time, so that's why I'm speaking about it. But I see it for what it really is, and I call it out for what it really is. Even though I have it, so what? It can sound hypocritical. It can sound like I'm contradicting myself, because I am going to contradict myself all the time. Life is a contradiction, y'all. Have you heard? Life is a contradiction. It's one big ball of contradictions, But yet we're constantly choosing sides. And we're saying, oh, I have to be like this group of people when they're around because I don't want to look different. I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. Even though you don't try to do that, And for some reason, I was thinking about these new musicians today when I brought up this subject. I know a lot of them, a lot of their music, that is not really what they really want to make. They're making that because they're trying to fit into what this society is listening to and what everybody else approves of and what everybody else thinks is cool. And you may listen to my music and think the same thing, but I am not trying to be like anybody. I'm just being me and doing what it is that I like doing in the moment that I'm doing it. That's it. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I want to be me like I would like you to be you. And I know how it is, we get caught up in these moments where we really don't know what to do with ourselves. Well, maybe what we need to do is just be quiet and be in silence and not say anything or do anything. And I know how that is because I did that one time for 1.5 years straight. See, not a lot of you know that. I actually meditated day and night in silence. I didn't do my music. I didn't watch TV. I went to work, came home, and meditated. Exercised and meditated. I just sat there still and just not saying or trying to think about anything. And I would look out the window or I would just sit there staring into nothingness. And yes, I did have a lot of peace, but I still felt like there was something missing. But you know what that was? That was my pride and ego telling me to go back to all of the things of the world and to do what everybody else was doing and saying. And I know it's going to sound hypocritical. I do my music now and I do my writings and I do those things. But I have different parts of my mind that need different things. There's a part of my mind that needs its quiet time and it needs its silence. Then there's a part that needs the music and I got to hear rhythm and sound and melody, And then there's a part of my mind that needs to write and let things out on the paper and let my thoughts out on the paper, no matter what they are. And then I have times like this where I say, you know what? I'm going to do a video because someone else may need to hear this. You know, I don't want to keep this to myself anymore. You know, I kept these things to myself for way too long, and I don't want to feel as though I am selfish. Even though we all are selfish beings, I don't want to feel like I'm keeping something that people may need to hear to myself. I don't know if you need to hear what I'm saying, because if I said that, then that would be my pride and my ego telling you that I know. And I don't know. And if we could all let that go and let our image go and let these labels go and stop choosing sides, then we could just be. We could just be, and we wouldn't have to prove anything, and we wouldn't have to try, and we wouldn't have to put on this mask and facade for anybody. You know, ain't you tired of wearing this heavy mask and this daily facade? Ain't you tired of it? I've been tired of it for a long time. And I can't lie, I still do from time to time find myself almost putting this back on for people. And I say, no, I can't do that. I just can't do it, and I won't do it. You know, I made the choice in my mind not to be that person anymore. And I know a lot of people will shun me, and I know a lot of people will agree, a lot of people won't agree, a lot of people will see it differently, and that's okay. You know, I'm not sitting in judgment of anybody, because when I judge you, I judge myself. That's all I do. When I judge you, I'm judging me, because we're all humans and we all make mistakes. We all fail. And I know all of you know this, but we have to be reminded sometimes. I even have to be reminded of this. I have to remind myself of this. So maybe we do just need to be in silence and not say anything sometimes. You know, just let it be what it is. Because what are we really in control of rather than the decisions we make and the things we say to people? You know, I don't really have control over anything but my own life. That's it. And letting go of that control is another thing. That's another thing that's really hard, is just letting go of the control that you think you have on yourself or people. You know, I mean, you gotta, yeah, you control yourself, but some people, they're very controlling of their self and others. And it's just all a part of the ego and the pride and the putting on and the trying to be. It's just all a part of it. It's just all a part of it. And it's just one big ball of confusion. But yet maybe we need a little bit of that in our lives. You know, see, this is what we don't think about neither. Maybe we need just a little bit of that. You know, that mixture in our lives, but not too much. And I think a lot of people do have too much. They have way too much of this pride and ego instead of just a tiny, tiny bit to remind them that they have it. You see? I don't know if you can discern the difference between some of the things I say. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but that's fine. You know, so I'm already 20 minutes in here. I appreciate all of you for watching. I appreciate all of you for subscribing to my channel. you can say whatever you want here. Express your mind. You know, I'm not going to judge you for who you are or what you say or what you do. Be you and do what you do to stay busy in your life. Because we only got one life, you know, and it's not that long to live. So be you, be free, be the natural you, and do what you like to do and find ways to get out of your shit. I mean, it's not that hard, y'all. You know, we're making it hard on ourselves. It's all about us and ourselves. We are our own worst enemy, basically. So I'll leave y'all with that. Thank you. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to be notified of all my uploads, hit the bell and the all button. You got to hit all uploads. So I just wanted to remind you of that. Thank you. I'll see y'all later.